A former female priest who spent more than 2 decades in the Episcopal Church is now speaking out after being defrocked because she embraced another faith. Today, Ann Holmes Redding calls herself both a Christian and a Muslim. But her move to Islam...
Well, our next guest did just that. After being a Catholic priest in Britain, he left to become a teacher and studied in Egypt, where he converted to Islam and became a Muslim. He is now in Ireland to spread the word of the Quran, and he joins us in studio this morning. Good morning to you.
Hello, this is Dr. Gerald Dirks, formerly the Reverend Gerald Dirks. In just a few moments here on The Dean Show, we'll be talking about my conversion to Islam. Please don't go away.
After going to Catholic school for 12 years, my faith needed a little bit more depth in it, and I was able to find it in Islam.
I had left the local church. I just decided to go to God. For no reason at all, I just went to God in prayer and asked Him that I wanted the truth, no matter what it takes. I picked up the Quran and held it to my face and kissed it. I stated, why hasn't anyone told us about this?
Christianity is on the decline in Europe, and something else is starting to take its place. Muslims will soon outnumber practicing Christians in Europe.
As a Christian, I consider Jesus a prophet, but he's a prophet of the one God. There's not several. So, as a Christian, I worship Allah.
If you're not Muslim, stop scrolling. Listen, before I became Muslim, I thought that Allah was a different God. It's not. It's the same God. It's the creator of the universe. Because I'm Muslim now that I know this. Not just because of that, but I learned a lot about Islam, and all of my original beliefs kind of already lined up with all of it. In Christianity, I was like, when people asked me about the Trinity, I literally couldn't explain it. I was like, wow, you're right. I haven't even thought about it like that. So, it makes sense. Islam makes sense. Islam is so beautifully making sense.
It's a very inclusive religion, more inclusive than Judaism or Christianity. Judaism has its chosen people, the circumcised. Christianity has its chosen people, the baptized. The chosen people of the Quran are all monotheists, any of them. From Adam on, there's an unceasing stream of prophets, beginning with Adam, coming down through Isaiah, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, John the Baptist, Mary, the mother of Jesus.
The name exalted over and over in Islam is Jesus.
I was told that Jesus is the Messiah, who will come back at the end of time to establish the kingdom of justice and peace.
Not Muhammad?
Not Muhammad, the Christ, son of Mary. You cannot be a Muslim if you don't believe Jesus is the Messiah. It's in the Quran.
I had the idea I should look, and that was the first time that I read the Quran while I was at Bible college. SubhanAllah, the first time I read the Quran, I opened it, just opened it. It fell into sort of the 3rd chapter, Surah Al-Imran. And I was reading about Jesus. I said, oh my God, I didn't know Jesus was in this book. Mary, Zachariah, the prophets, all the prophets. And I'm reading their history, you know, the story of their lineage, their ancestry, and how God has connected the story. Amazing, amazing story. And
a former female